Hello and welcome to the Three Not So Wise Men. I'm Jack.
I'm Krais.
And I'm Austin.
And today we have a very special pitch. Create a Marvel video game.
Yeah!
Austin wanted to tell us about this pitch and why it's so special.
Yeah. So, the reason Make a Marvel video game is a super special pitch is because this pitch was the inception of the podcast. Basically, what it was I was talking about an idea, and I was doing this as a hobby before we started the podcast, but I decided to come up with an idea for a Marvel video game, and I talked to Krais about it for a little bit, and then Krais was like, ooh, that could be good, and then that gave me an idea. It was like, what if we just came up with a list of things, and we did randomly, like spin a wheel or something, and then we were like, oh, what if we got Jack involved on this, since we know they're a writer, and then we brought the idea to Jack, and Jack's like, sounds like a great idea for a podcast.
I believe the exact way I said it was three white guys doing a podcast.
And yeah, and
then
from
cut
there,
two.
Yeah, cut two. Three white guys doing a podcast.
Honestly, like, it wasn't that long. Like, it's like maybe around October, November when we threw that around. So it's been something we've been wanting to do for nearly 2 years, honestly.
Yeah.
And finally, today's the day we do it. So, what are we doing with it? Basically, it's as simple as it is. We're going to make a Marvel video game. Basically, we just get to use anyone from the Marvel roster, heroes, villains, anti-heroes, side characters.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Aunt May versus Colossus.
A day in the life of J. Jonah James.
And basically, you got free range on whatever video game you want. It can be super story-driven, multiplayer, hero shooter, fighting game, action and adventure game,
Puzzle game,
sandbox creative game. Go wild with it. You get to use any faction, any character you want in the Marvel universe.
I love the idea of a puzzle game so much. I kind of want to change my entire pitch.
There is one though. It's called Marvel Puzzle Quest. And it's literally like one of those matching ones.
Yep.
Welcome to Marvel's Puzzle Quest, where you can get to put the faces of your favorite Marvel characters together.
Yeah, look up Marvel Puzzle Quest. It's an actual mobile game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. There's really not a whole lot more to it. I've been really looking forward to this. Is there anything else you guys want to bring up?
No, you were like on the edge of your seat, ready to start writing this down. So I say we just get to it.
I mean, the only thing I would say is, like, for anyone interested, I did nothing for the moral of the story. So it was literally these two, and they were like, "Yeah, he's cool enough."
Honestly, you're the one that actually suggested Jack. So
yeah, I mean,
so you do have a big part in it.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, with that note, we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. And time.
So close. One thing left to iron out, but I'm still so proud of this.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited. Like, I've just been like rearranging and changing some things around because I'll be honest with you guys and the viewers. Like I said, this was something that I've had worked on beforehand. So this has more been a touch up thing for me.
Yeah.
But it's still like I still ran down to the wire fixing things up because again it's like, oh wow, my ideas have changed a lot since I worked on this in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm super excited for it. I'm still feeling really positive about this game, but I'm really excited to hear what you guys got.
Yep.
Krais, how you feeling?
Never in my life, during the almost 2 years of us being like podcast, have I wanted more than 30 minutes, and because oh my god, this is probably the biggest project I have done on this show.
Ooh, that kind of makes me excited.
Yeah, me too.
I have gone nuts. Most of this is from memory.
Oh goodness.
Ooh. All right. I'm tired of waiting around. I mean, if I'm last, I waited this long, but I want to get this going. I want to hear what y'all got.
I gotta see it. I gotta.
And just because I'm so excited and can't really hold myself, Jack's gonna be the one to spin the wheel this time.
Yep. All right.
All right, Jack.
Come
spin
on.
Spin it.
I kind of want to go first. Is that crazy?
I think everyone wants to go first.
It's a good spot to fight for.
Well, holy crap. Krais, you get to go first.
Yup.
It just loves me.
Yup.
Yes.
Even when I
All
don't
right,
love
you
it.
Next is Austin.
Cool. And then
Okay.
Jackie will finish it up.
Yep, I'll finish it up.
All right. It would have been really poetic if it was me who finished
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? It is what it is.
Yeah.
I think we're all really proud of our pitches, so I don't think it matters as much.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to start this off with a cinematic.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay. So, a view of a distant planet. You see the red barren hills in the distance, and you can see off into space, the star shining. And it's, for a moment, almost peaceful. Until a loud crash is heard from behind the screen.
Mhm.
And a man is tossed from behind the camera and slides into view, looking bloodied and beaten and tired from a non-ending fight. And slowly the camera pans to see two figures, hulking in size, both similar but very distinct. The first one, the Mad Titan himself, armed with the Infinity Gauntlet, raising his hand in the air, ready to finish the job. And the other one, not from this world, but somewhere close by, Darkseid, standing above them, looking at a hero that I don't think no one else in this room but me knows exists. May I introduce you to Access, the only character owned by both Marvel and DC Universe.
Access?
Access.
Huh.
You can look him up. I'm doing the same just so I can
I'll
make
look
sure.
him up. I actually have heard of this guy.
Okay.
I don't know anything about him, but I knew
Okay.
this character existed. I didn't even know his name.
I thought they also had another one who's called Spider Boy.
No, he is. I don't know anything about Spider Boy, but
Axel Asher.
yes,
He appeared in the first Marvel vs. DC.
yes.
Huh.
He is not shown very often because his sole job is to be a protector of both realms.
Oh, I know. Yes,
Yes.
I know what he's talking
Yes.
about.
Yeah.
So, just to kind of go over his powers because they are relevant, and I promise.
Yep.
He has a very basic power set, but also a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
He has enhanced senses, which allow him to know when like the two realms are like clashing together.
Mm-hmm.
He also has dimensional and time travel abilities.
Mm-hmm. Makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah, makes sense. And the other one I will go further into later, but I just wanted to point out his sole purpose in both worlds, because he is owned by both,
Mm-hmm.
is to keep the two worlds apart.
Yeah.
He's done a shitty job. This is Marvel's versus DC Fate Fractured.
Okay.
Okay, that's a dope name at the very least.
Thank you. This is Marvel crossovers with DC fighting game. I went towards Austin's speciality, so I'm feeling a
Is
little
it like
nervous.
classic Mortal Kombat 2?
Classic
fighter?
Mortal Kombat. Okay. Well, kind of. I've taken inspiration from newer fighting games, and I'll get to that later.
Okay, so I'll let you explain.
Okay, so as the cinematic ends, it's mostly just Darkseid and Thanos being like, "You've done well, but you're puny to us."
Mm-hmm.
And it immediately fires into the tutorial. And the entire tutorial is you play as Access, like fighting off both Darkseid and Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And it teaches you like his move sets, what he can do. And I wrote these ones down. These are the only like combat moves I wrote down, because the others that I'll talk about have either A, been done before, or B, very easily to figure out what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
Down is a reality kick. Basically, he can kick the ground hard enough to cause the ground to fracture out of place and into another spot and just attack you randomly. The right ability is reality punch, just standard like your light punches. Left is teleporting, allowing him to teleport from left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, and vice versa. And then up allows him to, this is kind of his last ability that I didn't go into, biofusion. This is his merge ability. This skill allows him to basically take two preset characters that he has saved and combine their powers to form that last power. Okay?
Oh.
Yes. However, After the end of the tutorial, you learn all the combat skills you need. Access fails. And Darkseid and Thanos take a portion of his power. Particularly the ability to combine characters. Can you see where this is going?
Yes, I can.
Okay, may I introduce you to this is not the complete list. I want to make that very clear to the people here at the couch and at the microphone. This is not a complete list because I had to work from remembering every Marvel and DC character I could think of.
That's dangerous.
Okay, yes. But the entire plot is Axis must finally say, okay, I have to talk to the people that I swore to like keep apart and be like, hey, your two big bads are teaming up. And basically, the entire game is you play as 100 different characters. Yes, that you heard me correctly. 100 different characters. 50 from Marvel, 50 from DC. 25 heroes, 25 villains on each side.
Austin's face.
When I said this was the biggest project I've ever done, you think I was joking, didn't you?
This is gonna be like 2 generations from now in consoles that they can finally do this. Or like a $10,000 PC.
This is the game I want more than anything.
I want to hear you out, but just know I'm going to come back to this when it comes to feedback.
Yeah. Okay. I know it would be very hard to do, but point is, anyways, I have a list of characters that I would love to see. Don't necessarily think they would all make it there, but here are a couple because I don't want to list them all. So Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, and Hulk, the standard big 4 of Marvel, but also the big 3 of DC: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and of course some other random ones I have. I love the idea of having all 4 Robins,
like as their version. So it's like Nightwing, Red Hood.
Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, and then Robin as in Damian Wayne. Different lanterns like Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, but also other like core, so like Red Lanterns would be an option. Switching over to Marvel again, the Fantastic Four, had to get them in there somehow. Spider-Man would be another one. A lot of them. Cable, Havoc, Puck. I had to get some like obscure ones in there as well. Puck is like the Canadian Avengers, I believe. I don't fully remember. Know much about him. I know he's strong and he's short. That's all I know. X-Men, Professor X, Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, Jean Grey. Of course, I had to get some villains in there as well. Red Skull, Loki, Doctor Doom. Going back to DC for a bit. Love the idea of getting the Doom Patrol in there somehow. Okay. Basically like Robot or and then I want to say Mr. Negative. I can't remember his name. I didn't write him down, but I just wrote Doom Patrol. Point is, a lot of very diverse characters, not all from one team, but like you got your popular ones, obscure ones, and then like really who is this person? Yeah. I have what's his name? Motherfucking Darkhawk in here.
Darkhawk?
Yes! And I'll explain why right now. In the game, if you guys know anything about comics, you know that there are, for sure, rip-offs. Like, there are characters that are ripped off from each other on both sides.
I think this is where you go. I think I know where you're going with this.
We'll see. You might be right. If you combine... So, a lot of this is combining heroes or villains, if you so choose, to be the perfect fighter for encounters. Okay? You can, like, mix match their, like, up, down, left, or right, or okay, to be customizable, just to be whatever you want. But if you combine characters that are similar, they would have similar skills, but you gain something that I came up with called a fate point. Which basically means that if you get to a TKO, or not TKO, like a knockout, basically, your life bar is you gain health real quick for like a short amount of time. Basically allowing you to stay in the fight just a little bit longer to maybe win the fight. Just to kind of help, like...
Oh, so if you get knocked out, you kind of get a little revival.
Yeah, a little revival, but it's not like, I'm immune to you. It's more of like, you have like 5 seconds to deal with it, to
to
finish the game. So yeah, it would be a very short like campaign. I'm thinking like 20 to 25 levels. I have 25 just because that would be like you gain a character from either side throughout the level. My math might be mathing. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And you would fight like small like lackeys. Like you would fight a minion that has the combined powers of two of the characters.
Yeah.
Along the way. And of course, the final fight would be one of the villains that Darkseid and Thanos has been like, I think this works together. So yeah.
That's the final fight?
No, those are the final fights of each level. The final fight would be the combined version of Darkseid and Thanos.
I was about to say, that's...
No, yeah, like, no. At the end of each level would be the fight between a combined villain that they were like, I think this works. And then, of course, yeah. Moving on... So, like I said, when you customize your characters, you can choose which character you keep the look of, but you can also like say, I want the up and left special of this character, but the right and down special of this character, just to get like a true like a good mix of combos. And yeah, that's about it. I don't have like an actual story because I think it kind of writes itself. Like Axel. Yeah, it's Axel. Access is like combining these heroes and various villains together that they meet along the way until they eventually get back to Apocalypse and, they defeat Darkseid and Thanos. Oh, and the reason why they're working together is Thanos wants to kill half of the universe and can't do so without... of course, Darkseid wants the anti-life equation, and they realize that their goals align pretty similarly. They just need to work together using the resources from both universes to conquer both. So that's they kind of need like Axis out of the way, and he's like, no, friends. So yeah, one last thing, because I had like 5 minutes left and I didn't know how I didn't want to go into the story, obviously.
Yeah.
But I had DLCs. I really like the idea of other versions of characters making an appearance. Like, for instance, who's the new Superman name?
David Cornsweet.
David Cornsweet. He would be a version of Superman that you can buy, and it would just be like one or maybe two, depending on the character, different of skills. So like Superman's like right special would be like a normal like flying punch, while David Cornsweet's Superman would be like a dodge out of the way to like tackle you from behind. It just depends on the character.
Not eyes up here.
Yeah, good one. But just some quick examples of who those are. Just Batman, Superman, Iron Man. And when I say Iron Man, I mostly mean like different suits. Like you can get like the Mark 45 or like the Mark 15 or something like that. And Hulk, which I view as more of like the different kinds of Hulk. So like A-Bomb, Red Hulk, Scar, just a couple of variations that I do like the idea of seeing. Yeah, that's about it. And I did mention the whole like combining characters similar, right?
Yes.
That was a big... Okay, cool. Again, a lot of stuff. Oh, okay.
Alright. Austin, do you want to go first for feedback?
Please be gentle. My ego is very shattered.
Oh, he's putting the glasses
Oh,
down.
I can't tell if he's upset or...
I think it's a mix.
It's definitely mixed.
Oh, shit.
Do you want me to go so I can get some of the stuff out of the way?
You can get some of the stuff out, and we'll see if I just... Yeah, if you cover it.
Okay. Super ambitious, love that. If your version came out, it would be like at least a decade from now.
I know.
Way too many characters.
I know.
My thing would be 20 characters from each. I would do more like 13 heroes and 7 villains from each, because there's a lot more heroes than villains.
Yeah.
And that way you can also have the combinations. You can have it be unique. Like, I think the most powerful combination of heroes that I could think of was Doctor Strange and Superman. So you could have a unique character model for that combination. And if you switch Doctor Strange with Wolverine, you'll have a unique character model for that. I think that would work better. I think it'd be a lot more fun and play into this a lot more. And then with DLCs, you can add a few more characters. In regards to what I said, where I thought I knew where you're going with this for the knockoffs, I thought you were going to have like cutscenes where it's like they were comparing their powers to each other. It's like, that's what I do. I'm like, yeah? well, I do this, I do that too. Just a few cutscenes, like a cutscene of that, and then it's just a bunch of characters doing that. I also was waiting for you to list the superhero that's on your frickin' shirt, Deadpool, and you never did.
Oh, he's on there. I just didn't.
You didn't
again,
say him. Yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah. I would cut down on the characters. I would have like 5 super popular ones, a few obscure ones that'll be cool to have, and I wouldn't have nearly as many levels. 25 seems like a lot. And because I don't think you need like henchmen for this. You've got a massive roster already. I don't think you need henchmen for this. And you can also play into, are the combinations willing combinations or not? You could have a combination of like Tony Stark and the Joker that have to fight Axis, and that would be a very interesting level. They were forcibly combined, and then you'll have ones like, I don't know, the Joker and someone give me a villain, Green Goblin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That would be So that's mostly mine. I'm not gonna get too much into the logistical things because I'm sure Austin is a lot more detail oriented when it comes to that.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I think super ambitious. It'd be really cool. I wish you had used Axis a lot more.
He's one of the playable characters.
Yeah,
I just didn't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had other stuff, but I can't quite remember it right now. But yeah, Austin will get more into the logistical things that I am thinking of, but I know he's going to take them. Mm-hmm. Overall, I did really like it. I think it needed a lot of fine tuning to be something that could be put out in the next 3 years or so.
This is
I think you were fully aware.
Oh yeah, like I know there's not going to be 100 characters at the end of this.
Yeah.
I only put 100 in because like, when was the last time you guys saw Doom Patrol in a game?
Oh, one thing I wish you had: maps. A list of locations that you would have done.
Oh, that's right.
And if the locations merge or not.
Oh, it would be locations merging. Like it would be like both New York cities just.
Wakanda and Gotham.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That actually, yes.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that.
Well, okay. I have the recording. All right. I'm going to officially hand it over to Austin.
Okay. So basically, what your games really reminded me of is Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe.
Yeah.
Where they basically merge those two,
Yeah.
and there's literally maps that merge two iconic locations.
I also like. There's a game like this, isn't there?
Yeah. I also know Marvel versus Capcom.
Capcom.
Thank you. Capcom is a thing as well, which is basically just like everything not Nintendo. Right? Because Mega Man...
Whatever Capcom is.
Yeah. They have a lot of stuff.
I'm trying to remember exactly what they have in their roster.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like... It reminds me a lot about Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. You said it wasn't necessarily 2D, like Mortal Kombat 2D fighter. Are you saying like they're still going to be like rotate around the arena so it's a little bit more 3D?
No, it is 2D as in like the fight, like it's the two fighters on screen.
Yeah.
But what I meant was I took more inspiration from modern. I didn't like the idea of it just being stage. I feel like the campaign would be too short and it would be mostly just cutscenes, which I didn't really want. I wanted it to feel...
Could you list one of the modern games you're referring to? Just because
okay. Here's an example. You know how in Mortal Kombat 1 you have that not a campaign, but it's it's like a training area where you go through stages, collect objects. I think not like that.
The invasions mode.
I like something similar to the invasions mode, but not like where you would travel a map. It would be like. Isn't there like a towers mode where you would like...
There's a towers mode.
That's the kind of what I was thinking.
Towers.
So like a good example would be like one of the towers is the Empire State Building and each floor has a henchman on it and at the top is Tony Stark and Joker trying to gas the entire city.
Okay.
That is what I envision. I just didn't go into the maps because my selling point is the characters.
Yeah, get into it. It's just like... This is very ambitious, which I can appreciate, but also very messy. Mm-hmm. So it is incredibly hard for me to try and provide feedback just because there's so much. And you're also taking a lot of aspects from games that are not well received. And you're doing some of the stuff that were not received well.
Okay.
So like the merging stuff.
Yeah.
people weren't crazy about that. Some of the stuff from Mortal Kombat 1, not a lot of stuff people aren't crazy about. And it's just, I feel like you got good stuff there. And Jack talked about this too. 100 characters is ambitious. However, I do feel like if you lowered that down to like the number that Jack suggested, but keep the game supported enough to get to 100 characters, that I definitely could see working out. And this is only a slight thing, so don't think, oh, because I heard this, it instantly ruined it. But I really wish you did focus more on the Marvel characters, since this is a Marvel-focused prompt.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew it.
Yeah.
You should have. But
I thought it was going to be fun, and I did it.
It's definitely a fun concept. It's just like, you should have known that was going to come regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just a lot going on that it kind of overwhelmed me. And I don't know. I can't provide great feedback on it because it is super ambitious and pretty messy. I think I would have liked a lot more get to know more of the characters you were talking about, and like Jack said, more of the map stuff. But yeah, I think it's an alright pitch. Not your worst one, but it's just like a really messy one.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Good concept in there, though.
Some things I wanted to say. The game this reminds me of the most is the mobile game Marvel Conquest of Champions. Do you know that game?
Contest of Champions.
I think I do.
Conquest.
There's a lot of Marvel mobile games.
It's a fighter like you're saying, but basically you collect crystals that have the characters you get, and you play with the collector from.
Be so honest, that sounds like all of them that I know of.
Yeah. Basically, you just get a huge roster of fighters, and you can upgrade them, etc., etc. I just think you would start with like 40 characters total, and then and this game would release 3 years from now, and then it would have maybe not seasons, but it would have DLCs that could get you up to 100, because people, if you do this right, people will keep playing it.
Oh, for sure.
Also, you didn't mention different game modes, just a free fight mode where you can just go and, you could do freaking Dark Side with Doctor Strange, like, as soon as you get through the tutorial of the game.
Yeah.
I think that would have been good to just mention, because you don't really need to go into it. But overall, I personally liked it. Yeah. And you knew most of what I had. Well, the feedback going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't making this, like, I just wanted to make this pitch. Because I think it's a good one.
Hey, it's not a bad one. It's just like, again, I just don't know what to say about it.
Yeah.
And that comes down to me, not you.
Yeah. All right.
All right. With that note, should we get to the pitch that's been in the making for 2 years?
Actually, I have to go.
I'm honestly nervous, and I don't know why.
I've heard him talk about this, and I remember.
I know nothing about this. I've never heard anything about this. But I can kind of see his screen, so I know the game title, and that's it.
I know what it's like, the original game it's based on. I kind of want to keep talking just to kind of piss him off.
All right, no,
stop. I know.
Austin,
let's go.
Go.
Okay. So, my game is called Marvel Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, the synopsis for this one is Marvel heroes clash in this new arena fighter where you fight in indestructible arenas set in iconic locations in the Marvel Universe, like the Daily Bugle, the Expansion, or Avengers Tower. And you get to play as 28 characters, 34 with DLC, from incredible teams such as the Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and the Defenders, along with some legacy heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Player count goes up to 6 players, so it's a 1 to 6 player game.
Mm-hmm.
All consoles supported, cross-platform.
Yeah.
All the good technical stuff there. Mm-hmm. The other big note to take away is that this game is heavily inspired by an early 2000s Marvel fighting game that was also an arena fighter called Marvel Nemesis. So basically, it was not received well, but it was one of the games that I grew up playing and was a pretty big inspiration for this pitch. And basically what's going to happen is this is going to be a little bit more of a darker, serious game. It's still going to have a couple like Marvel quips and stuff, especially when you got characters like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a little bit darker, and there's going to be some heavier stuff in it.
Still, a little Austin flavor.
Yeah, it's still like a teen-rated game, but it's pushed in that teen limit.
Yeah.
So the story plot is the Marvel Universe is torn into two when the Superhero Registration Act forces the heroes to work for the United Nations or retire, while also revealing their secret identities. Basically, this is the exact plot based off. I'm taking more inspiration from the original comic line of Marvel Civil War than I am Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
So
Also got a bit of X-Men where they have to reveal their powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
The main modes will be the campaign, where you fight as your favorite heroes in the original story that's heavily inspired by the 2005 Civil War run. Some of the big things to take away from the campaign, I didn't go deep into it, but they'll go back and forth. There's going to be some heroes that do die. And the biggest plot twist in this story that was not part of the original Civil War run is that the president who pushed the Registration Act is actually the Red Skull in disguise.
As soon as you said president, I had a feeling it was Red Skull.
So yeah, there'll be a big bit with that portion. Towards the end of the game, you're going to get a decision choice where you either ultimately decide Team Cap or Team Iron Man. Because throughout the story, you get there's several times where you get to pick sides throughout it. So like for a good portion of time you'll play as Team Cap, and there'll be a meetup section where you get to choose again. It's like, do you want to continue Team Cap's story, or do you want to go check out what's going on Iron Man's side? And basically, the campaign is going to work similar to what the Marvel Nemesis story was, with a lot more streamlined, because their storyline was really wonky with how you did it. But basically, what's going to happen is you're going to fight in like these big like explorer arenas, like kind of like a beat 'em up.
Okay.
And then once you get to like the final fight of the level, it would go into like one of the locked arenas that you'd use for multiplayer games.
Yeah.
And that would be your final fight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so going back towards the endings, there's the two endings. You got Team Cap and Team Iron Man. You choose Team Cap. Oh, both sides of the story, they do stop Red Skull and they arrest him. But if you go with Team Cap, the fighting ends, and it ends the same way the original Civil War storyline ended, with Cap beating Iron Man and leaving him unconscious on the steps in front of the White House, or in the city streets. I don't really remember where that was at. But he then looks around and then puts his shield down and goes into exile, which that was not part of the Civil War run. Now, if you choose Team Iron Man, this goes into a little bit. It's kind of a blend of what does happen in the Civil War comic. Spoilers alert for that.
Yeah.
But it's also more original, because Iron Man will get the upper hand of Cap, and he will start leading him towards his arrest. But, and this is what came from the comic line, Captain America will get killed by a rogue sniper. I know, pretty ballsy of me to kill my favorite superhero.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if it's a loose adaptation, you get to pick your ending. Why not have one that's a little bit darker?
Yeah. Either way, he's gone at the end.
Yeah. So that's the campaign. And when I get to the character roster, there's going to be some stuff I'll talk about when I get to it. But that's the campaign. There's this thing called Shield Operations, where you get to play a bunch of missions that were set in the story, as well as a couple just made for this game mode, where you get to play with a bunch of friends to prove you're worthy of being an Avenger, and you just get to play through them with friends instead of the single player.
Yeah.
And that goes up to 4 players. Then we got the classic versus mode, where you go head-to-head against your opponents locally or online in various game modes to harness the powers of your favorite heroes. And it can even, if you don't have a full roster or a full setup of 6 players, you can add bots to it. Custom games included.
Yep.
All right. Now we're getting to the versus modes. So, first one, classic. We have to have a free-for-all mode. Every hero for themselves. Last one standing wins. This would also include some stocks if you wanted, but it's also cool if you just like everyone go in, whoever's left standing wins. We got team brawls, where you can assemble your team and take out the other team until all opponents are vanquished. Vanquished was a specific term I wanted to reuse from the Marvel Nemesis video game, since it's got
vanquishing.
It's like it's a unique term that you don't see a whole lot of in video games. It's usually like win, victory, or something. It's like, or vanquish is more terms of like when you do a certain special move, which I'll get into later. Kind of like Mortal Kombat's fatality.
Yeah.
But yeah, teams can fight in 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, or if you want a real challenge, you can unbalance the teams. You can do a tournament mode where you can create a bracket and compete to see who's going to be Earth's mightiest hero with each one. So, and you can set that up how you want, 1v1, 2v2, 3v3s, whatever you want to do. And then King of the Hill, where you have to win matches to stay in the king slot as you fight enemy after enemy until you lose. You can spectate and prepare for your fight by watching the king and then the challenger to fight it out. So it allows more players to just watch the fight. Special features. This is going to be a really cool one. Hero costumes will have the date that they were first showed up.
Like in the comics?
Yeah.
Okay.
or movies or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It'll have the issue number, title, or the movie that it came from, along with the author or illustrator of that comic. And if it's the movie, it'll probably just say like Marvel Cinematic Universe or Sony Pictures, depending on what movie it's from.
Yeah.
Each character has a 10-slot progression tab, kind of similar to Battle Pass, but they did this before Battle Passes too. Completely free, and it unlocks nameplates, emotes, and an iconic costume for the character at the 10th slot, all for free.
Nice.
All the skins, there's more skins besides the alternate ones I will mention, but you can earn coins in-game, or coins called shield tokens, to earn all these special stuff. And will be the option to just buy them if you want, but it's not going to be pushed in front of you, and it's not going to be a grind to get all the costumes. Yeah. This is kind of like a nod to a little bit classic video game or fighting game stuff, but characters will be locked at the beginning for multiplayer, but they can be unlocked as you progress through the story mode or play 6 to 10 matches locally or online.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and just for clarity, I didn't really go into which characters would be unlocked or locked, but each faction will have 2 characters unlocked at the beginning, with the exception of the Avengers, who have 4 characters unlocked. And then finally, I talked about this briefly, there would be things called heroic takedowns, which are these more brutal finishers for the characters. And if you look at Marvel Nemesis, there's some pretty cool ones where if they're heroes with a no-kill rule, they probably won't kill them, but they'll do some like serious damage to them. Yeah. But there's also characters who will happily kill them. So there's just going to be a lot of cool stuff with that. And instead of like being fatality, they're going to have the vanquished sign on it. And also, the heroic takedowns are a special animation that you can trigger while there's still a little bit of health left on them. And while you're fighting around, it'll stop the match to show everyone that, oh yeah, this person's out now. Yeah. But yeah, there's that. Going to the maps. Just a side note, the arenas will be destructible and they can change over time. So if they're like the Daily Bugle, you might be on top of it or in front of it, and you can go into the Daily Bugle through combat and lots of other stuff like that. Maybe the X Mansion, you're going to go into the Danger Room while you start up on the grounds. Yeah. Stuff like that. But the arenas will consist of the Daily Bugle, Avengers Tower, the X Mansion, New York City Street, a construction site, Stark Mansion, the Helicarrier, New York City Sewers, and the White House.
That's a ooh, but like I need to be quiet.
All right, now I know this is what you guys have been waiting for. The roster.
Yes.
Starting with the Avengers, we have Captain America, and I will say this right now, not all the characters have their alternate costume that they get at the stage 10 of their progression, but I will list the characters what their costumes are. But Captain America, he will be in the roster. His stage 10 alternate will be the World War II costume version of it. And all the characters' costumes will have like their own original design for this game. So some of them won't have their classics as their default. We'll have Iron Man, obviously, and his alternate is the Mark I costume. And then from there, I should also mention this, I also have what side the characters would be during the story.
Yeah, I figured.
So,
I was hoping.
Yeah. So, next up for the Avengers, we have Black Widow, who will be on Team Cap, no alternate costume. We have She-Hulk, who will be on Team Iron Man, as she's part of the law. She represents the law and she's a lawyer. So, with that note, her stage 10 alternate will be her lawyer costume. We have Ant-Man on Team Iron Man, since this will be the Hank Pym version of Ant-Man, with his stage 10 costume being his Yellow Jacket costume.
Ooh. I love a Yellow Jacket.
We got Hawkeye Clint Barton, and he will be Team Cap. His stage 10 alternate will be his costume from the Ultimates comic line, which really cool look, really awesome mask. One of my favorites to look at.
Totally looking that up.
Oh yeah, definitely recommend looking it up. And then finally, I have Falcon, who is also on Team Cap. His stage 10 will be the classic open sleeve V-neck costume of his. One little note about Falcon is that he will have Red Wing, but it'll be like a mixture between what they did in comics.
So I looked at the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at the Hawkeye costume. That is my favorite look of
Oh,
Hawkeye.
Yeah. But he will have Red Wing, but it's going to be a blend between comics and what they do in the MCU. So it's going to look like an actual bird, but it's a robot that's very advanced. And then when you get the classic costume, it will be the actual bird.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the X-Men will be Wolverine, obviously, and he'll be on Team Cap.
Mm-hmm.
And Wolverine's going to be more of his... I would say his default's going to look kind of similar to his Ultimate costume.
Mm-hmm.
So, no mask, but like short sleeves and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool look. And then his Stage 10 alternate will be the classic yellow and blue costume.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have Storm, who will be on Team Cap. Her default costume will be an original black costume design, with her Stage 10 being the white costume that's most commonly known from the X-Men animated show.
Mm-hmm.
We have Nightcrawler, who will be on Team Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Colossus, who will be on Team Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Beast will be on Team Iron Man. Beast would see this as a chance to bridge mutants with the public.
Thank you.
Beast is always more on the, like, we can live together. And I'm pretty sure Beast was on Team Iron Man during the Civil War comic line. I might be wrong about that. The thing with the X-Men during that comic run is the X-Men kind of stepped aside and said, we don't want any part of this. But some of the X-Men didn't agree with that. So, like, they're... Like, Wolverine and Storm did join with Team Cap in the comics.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, X-Men are pretty biased.
Yeah. Colossus was also against it, the government registration, because it reminded him too much of what was going on in Russia.
That's... I was like, he seems like he'd want order a little too much. That makes sense.
Yep. That's why he's on Team Cap. But Nightcrawler, blue skin, he's like, this is my chance to actually be in the public. Beast, always looking for the public. So, yeah, his alternate is his suit from the government. And then one final...
Sorry, I just thought of the Beast in a suit in what is it? The third X-Men movie. Just that
was kind of the inspiration for it too.
That face and that just does not fit with that suit.
It would look a little bit better with this one.
For sure.
Like I was thinking, I don't know what specific comic run it is, but I was thinking of a different face shape for Beast. I would have to show you guys later which one I'm looking at. YouTube, you'll get a picture of which version I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But he would have a face that would actually fit a suit better, pretty well. And then finally, to round out X-Men, we have Jubilee just being a young X-Men who's interested, and she'll be on Team Iron Man. Just like, why can't I go on the public? Yeah. Because it's just like, you don't know what's going on, girl.
Yeah.
All right. The Fantastic Four. We got all four of them. Mr. Fantastic, Team Iron Man. His level 10 alternate, Future Foundation. Invisible Woman, this is coming from the comic line. She's going to start out on Team Iron Man, but throughout the story, she's going to shift to Team Cap just because she doesn't like what's going on. And it's going to have to happen after one of the major deaths in the story. And then her Stage 10 select costume would also be Future Foundation to match her husband. The Thing will be on Team Iron Man, and he's mostly just because he's with Reed for most of it, and he supports him. But during that same time when Invisible Woman transfers over, Thing basically just bows out. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't fight my friends. Yeah. And so there's that. But he will be a Team Iron Man character. His Stage 10 will be his classic trench coat and fedora.
I love that.
Yeah, it's such a great look. It's my favorite. And then the Human Torch will also be a Team Iron Man who transfers over to Team Cap because he goes along with his sister. Yeah. And in his Stage 10 alternate would be his like racer costume from the early 05 movie. Where and he's just got like a bunch of advertisement and stuff. So it'll be like flame resistant, so it doesn't light up, so you can see everything, but everything else does. Yeah. But there's that.
I like that.
All right, the Defenders. We got Daredevil. He'll be Team Cap. His alternate costume will be the red and yellow costume.
Ooh, that's good looking.
I debated which one I would rather do, but I decided red and yellow would be better for the alternate selection, and then just a better grind one, or if you just want to spend money, would be the Devil Reigns costume, which would be his newest costume, where he's got like a bigger like neck thing, as well as like he's got his full red beard. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Pretty cool costume. I definitely recommend looking that up.
Yep, right now.
Iron Fist, also Team Cap, and he would have more of an original design. So his Stage 10 costume would be his classic suit, which has the big old collar and the giant V-neck where you see his tattoo exposed. Elektra will be on Team Iron Man. And the reason she's on Team Iron Man is because they said that if she joins up with them, they will forgive her for some of her past sins with the hand.
Yep, no, that makes sense.
And her Stage 10 alternate costume will be her Daredevil costume for when she took up the mantle. Luke Cage, Team Cap. Most of the defenders, I should say, they will be Team Cap.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because they're usually up against like supporting the little man anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Cage's stage 10, I decided to go with his classic yellow jumpsuit, headband, and his when he actually has hair. His default will be the bald one, which is a pretty classic one. But I also debated giving him his mayor suit.
His mayor suit.
Yeah, there's a time where Luke Cage became mayor.
I'm gonna look that one.
Or he at least does business or something, because there's one where he has a pretty good suit.
That's
Hello.
I don't know about that.
The name's Business Cage. Luke Business Cage.
Yeah. And then the final one for the defenders is I have White Tiger, and that will be the Ava Brandt.
Not Jessica Jones?
I couldn't really think of a better way to do Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Just because
I was curious if you're gonna
she's
put
very
her in this.
similar to Luke Cage.
Yeah.
I wanted to. It's just like, how do I separate her and Luke Cage?
Yeah.
Because their power set's very, very similar.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to do Jessica Jones, it would be more of her comic costume inspired look as her default, and then we would get more of that Netflix version where she's got the leather jacket and stuff as her alternate.
Yeah.
Moving on to our legacy characters, we have Spider-Man. He'll start on Team Iron Man, so he'll actually expose his secret identity to the real world.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, we'll do that storyline too. But because he reveals his identity, shit happens.
Yeah.
And it causes him to almost die, where we'll have another character rescue him, recreating a famous comic panel. I think you might know which one I'm talking about.
We'll
But
see.
we'll
More
get to
context.
it. We'll get there when we get there. When I get to that character,
Mhm.
and then he'll go to Team Cap afterwards.
Sorry, Grace's face is he's trying to figure out what else he's talking
And then
Bring-
obviously, Spider-Man's stage 10 alternate costume would be the black suit.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Here's a
That's
deep
so good.
cut that will be on Team Iron Man.
Mhm.
It will be Quake.
I've heard of this guy.
Girl
Never
Girl.
mind. Oh, yeah.
shoots like sonic
Yeah.
seismic waves.
She was in a video game. I did, and I had no idea who she was. I remember.
If you've seen anything about Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she is like...
She's basically the main character.
She's
besides
basically the main
besides behind
character.
Coulson.
Yeah. She's like... She's not revealed to be like Quake in
Yeah,
the beginning. She's like... Her name is Sky, and she's a hacker, and then everyone's like...
I watched the show. I'm like, that. She's not a superhero.
No.
I stopped right before she
No.
got the powers.
She- and here's the thing: I saw a comic before I even watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I saw this comic version. I read this comic that was post like of Latveria, one of the secret attacks on Latveria. But there's a one where Quake basically shot one of the seismic waves right through Wolverine's chest as he was about to attack Nick Fury. But
I don't know much about Quake except for the
yeah,
whole
but it's like
Agents of
Quake's gonna be
S.H.I.E.L.D.
a deep cut character. It's like, hey, let's throw her in.
Yeah.
Also, there's a couple reasons why I alternated some, because a lot of fighting games don't throw in that many female characters.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to do my hand to try and, hey, I want to get more female fighters in there. But I know I still have more male fighters because there's a lot more popular ones, to be honest. We'll have the Winter Soldier, who will be on Team Cap. But when we get to the Red Skull part, Red Skull's going to trigger his Winter Soldier stuff. So there'll be a fight against Winter Soldier, and I was thinking about maybe even making him the one that kills Cap in the Iron Man ending. But yeah, there was that one. His stage 10 alternate costume will be his Bucky costume from World War II.
Ooh. Oh, yep.
We'll have Moon Knight in there.
Fuck yes.
He'll be Team Cap. Don't really have any other reason besides I wanted Moon Knight in there.
Yep.
I mean, it's Moon Knight.
I just think he's a little too unstable to be on Team Iron Man.
Yeah.
Plus mercenary.
Yep.
Also, how would he like introduce himself to the public? Like, I'm Mark Spector and
Sorry, Stephen Grant.
Stephen Grant and I can't.
Jake Lockley.
Thank you. I can never think of the third one. The like.
Yeah, but
Probably just revealed that he has
yeah,
the
which is
Yeah.
like medical.
I was just like, Moon Knight's just gonna be one of those characters that are there,
Yeah.
and it's just like I really don't know where else, but Moon Knight would be a cool character. Plus, it gives Cap another ally.
Yeah.
And then his alternate costume will be Mr. Knight.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Coming up to the character I was referring to make the Spider-Man panel will be the Punisher, who will be on Team Cap. And the panel I'm talking about is him holding Spider-Man's bloody body and saying, "You guys need to stop now." His alternate costume will be a military soldier costume.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just very fitting in Frank Castle.
Oh, this is epic.
Yeah.
Let me see it. If I see it, I might know it. Oh shit! Yeah.
That's
the
okay.
scene I want to recreate.
No.
In this one.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's from Civil War.
Get me a
I totally forgot about
now. Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna try to throw some because I'm taking inspiration from the storyline. I want to pit some of those in there. Yeah, I definitely want to recreate those. Mm-hmm. Final character on the roster who's gonna be on Team Cap. Basically, the reason I have Quake and this character in there is because one of the starter missions is Captain America trying to escape the Shield helicarrier when they try to arrest him.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, this character, Mockingbird.
Called it. Sorry, I'm rewatching Avengers Assemble or Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So I was like, you said Shield, and I was like, it's gonna be Mockingbird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mockingbird will be on Team Cap.
Yep. Oh.
She'll double agent, stay on the inside, but she'll be given information because I want to go with the storyline that she has a relationship with Hawkeye.
Okay.
In this one, and Hawkeye's been burned by Shield before. Trust Cap.
So they're birds of a feather.
Yes, I get it. But yeah, that will conclude the main roster. However, I do have 6 more characters I wanted to bring in with DLC. Basically, because some of these characters I wanted in the game, but they didn't make sense for what would go in the story mode, or they'd be way too overpowered for the story mode. So I'm just like, we're throwing them in here. So, or like it's either they're overpowered or they just didn't make sense for it, or I already had too many characters still in slots.
I have a guess of what one might be. But...
Take your guess.
Magneto?
No.
Oh, Dr. Doom.
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
He had Fantastic Four in there.
Yeah. Oh, no, I know. Oh, did you do any villains?
I did not do any villains on this.
Oh,
There's no villains included in the DLC.
Okay.
Mostly because I wanted this game to focus solely on the heroes fighting each other.
That was something I was going to bring up in...
yeah, don't worry. I have a plan about that. There's more.
The villains are just playing poker.
I promise, guys, I'm almost done with this, but I do have a couple more things.
Yep.
So, DLC characters. Gambit.
Oh, yes!
He would be and these are in order of when I would release them too. Okay. Gambit would be the first one to kick off DLC.
Yo, for sure. I would buy the game just for Gambit. Go on.
Second one, Black Panther.
Yeah, he wouldn't make sense for the main.
I originally did have him on my main roster, but the problem was it would make no sense for him because I think even in the storyline he just went back to Wakanda because I will not fight my friends over this.
It doesn't. Yeah.
And it doesn't really consult him. So I did originally have him, but it just didn't make sense story wise. So like Black Panther's too iconic to not have in this game. Period. Yeah. So easily DLC, second DLC. Number 3, I have Thor. His costume will be based off his ultimate costume. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get his battle axe version of Mjolnir. And, big old beard, long flowing hair. Mm-hmm. And then his Stage 10 alternate, even the DLC characters will have Stage 10 alternates. Yeah. But Thor's Stage 10 alternate will be his classic, so big red cape, helmet,
with the wings.
Clean shaven.
I hate that helmet.
Clean shaven and hammer Mjolnir.
Yeah.
4th DLC character will be Cyclops. And I'm going with the gold bucket, the gold stash one.
Yeah.
And just like the very iconic version. Of course, like still adapted for like this game.
Yeah.
But that would be the main one. And then I'm changing back and forth between which I want for his Stage 10 costume, which would either be the original X-Men First Class one, so it's just like the classic yellow and blue. Mm-hmm. But I also like his Astonishing costume, where he has like the big overhead, like the hood mask, but he also has the big jacket over it. Best example if you're looking up would be Wolverine in the X-Men, that costume.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, very sleek, very...
I like the jacket. I don't think...
Yeah, I kind of want to go with the jacket.
Yeah, I like...
Because it also kind of fits the more darker aesthetic for this game.
Yeah.
I just don't like the vibe. Go on.
Yep. Now, these last 2 DLC characters are the really outlandish ones that didn't fit the story, period, but I wanted them in there.
Yeah.
So, coming in at my 5th DLC character, I have Blade.
Yeah, very out there.
That is an interesting one to add.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really cool character, and just like, I want Blade in there.
So he got cut?
Yeah. Alright, and then the final... the final DLC character is a 2-in-1 character, Rocket and Groot from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
There's no Deadpool, sad.
Sorry, no Deadpool. I considered him. But I'm like, you know what? I don't have any of the Guardians in there, so
No, that's fair. I'll talk about
yeah.
it.
Obviously, like Groot would be like the main fighter, but then you could also like shoot with rocket on you.
Yeah.
One of the other features in this game is that characters will be able to talk with each other during the fight. So like they can get blasted over the side. It's like, oh, you gotta do better than that,
Yeah.
Spidey, and then that stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it just helps immerse yourself in the game.
Yeah.
That's all I have for this game.
Mm-hmm.
But this would be game 1 in a series
Oh, of course.
called the Marvel War series.
Mm-hmm.
So after this, it would go to Ultron War,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when we start bringing in villains. Main ones being Ultron, but like you mentioned, I also wanted to bring Magneto in that one because it just makes sense. Like you're fighting a bunch of metal guys, how do you not have Magneto?
Yeah.
But there's that
Just
one.
comes in and wins the whole world at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be the Homelander's meme, just like,
Laser eyes.
Following Ultron War would be Invasion, which would cover the secret invasion of the Skrulls.
Yeah, I was going to say.
yeah,
And then after that one goes to Infinity War,
There we go.
yep.
which following Infinity War goes to Secret Wars, which Secret Wars would be the kind of conclusion game. So it brings every single character that was in all four of these games. Like as the story progresses throughout these stories, characters will die, so therefore they probably won't be in the main game or maybe not even the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
But Secret Wars will be the one to bring everyone back in.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna have Cap after the first game.
No.
You can't. Like if you bring.
I mean,
him
you
back,
can definitely bring him back even by the second.
I mean, but I was gonna say
Resurrection.
Yeah, that's the thing is, you would have to like make the Cap storyline canon.
Yeah. Death was never the end.
Yeah, so that's probably the one I would make canon too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's kind of what I got for this one.
Yeah. Krais, you wanna go first or?
I gotta gather my thoughts. One sec.
So I'll go while he does that. Obviously, I loved it. You've clearly put a lot of heart and soul into this. You've also had time to flesh it out a lot. I think my favorite thing about it is how you can switch between Cap and Iron Man as you play, which means you can. It's really replayable for sure. Anything I can think of that I might like have a complaint with you've addressed. For instance, game modes, when characters would be unlocked, DLC, all of it. It's an arena fighter. So much has been happening. I'm also gathering my thoughts as I'm talking, but and you already went over locations, yeah. And then one thing I did like, the thing I liked the most, or the second most, was how you fight through like an area until you get to like the locked in area in a level. I think I just really like it when games do that, and then you also have that area to unlock in like multiplayer, or to use in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Those are one of my favorite things. I mean, I love so much about this, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of any critiques. My one critique, and I'm only getting into it because you're talking about like the comic book accuracy. Loosely, and that's fine and dandy. But how much? I hate to do this, but how much do you know about Deadpool's arc in the Civil War?
Not much.
Okay.
I know he wasn't really a big part of it. He had like his side story
Right.
going on, and sure, like a lot of characters in cinematic universe, or not cinematic universe, but in the Marvel universe had their side stories during that storyline.
Right.
I was focusing solely on like the main storyline.
And that's perfectly fine. Like, but personally, I just think at the end, Rocket and Groot could have been, because if you have more games, Rocket and Groot can easily come in, like in the Ultron one or like the Infinity Wars. Like they can easily come in at that point. It just, I just don't like the idea of like space characters.
That's why they were the last DLC,
right?
Because it also kind of teases on where we could go without being so obvious about it. The other reason why I didn't choose Deadpool for it, which I did consider, was because I already had 2 X-Men characters, and I really didn't want to throw in a third out of 6 who was X-Men adjacent.
The only reason why I bring him up is because he has really interesting story during Civil War where he was like wanting to side with Cap, and then Cap was like, no. And
in all fairness, Cap was very hesitant to even let Punisher in.
Yes.
And there's a storyline with that, because the part of the storyline I cut for this game was Iron Man was actually recruiting villains for that, and obviously that was a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
And then when some villains didn't want to join up because government be crazy,
Mm-hmm.
Punisher killed the villains who tried to join Team Cap, and then Cap beat the shit out of Punisher for it and told him to get out.
Yeah. Again, the only reason why I bring up Deadpool is because there's this plot line where he's like trying to be like de-escalate the situation for his daughter, and he gets trapped under rubble for the entirety of the fight. Like he cannot get out because of how much rubble he is underneath, and he basically misses the entirety. But it's one of Deadpool's like sadder story points that I actually really enjoy. So, but that's the only reason. That's a very like me targeted thing. So it's fun.
Hey, if anything, maybe it might be interesting to just do that as like a DLC side story.
I was about to say, I think it'd be cool to like add like here's a side deal.
Yeah, mostly because I didn't even know about that. So
It's one of my favorite stories of Deadpool. So you know,
I think it'd be cool as a DLC of like the Deadpool story.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just like didn't know about that. That's kind of cool. Probably would have included it if I knew about it. But
I can win with this one today.
but hey, glad that that's your criticism about it.
I got nothing else.
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad y'all liked it.
Yeah.
It's 2 years in the making.
Yep.
All right, Jack, what do you got for us?
So mine was a little less ambitious. By that I mean way less ambitious than either of yours.
Hey, sometimes a smaller scale game is all we need.
Honestly, I prefer mine. I like this one a lot. So first, I'm going to give you the name of my game, Iron Man Legacy.
Okay, an Iron Man solo game.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's what I was thinking. Is when you said we got the pitch, I knew you guys would have huge rosters. So I wanted to do the Jack thing and make it a little different.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's focus on one character. And they did this with the Spider-Man games, which have done amazing. I am waiting for them to go on sale so I can buy them. But I've seen like gameplay of it. I think I started watching a playthrough, and I don't know, it looks really good. I loved it, and I thought I want to do that with another character. Originally, I thought Doctor Strange, but I did not have the time for the research. But I was like, Iron Man would be a good one for this.
Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised you didn't go for Doctor Strange. Like
I did not. I would have been Doctor Strange, but I did not have the time to look up his storylines.
That's fair. I just knowing you, it's like
he was for sure gonna be. If I had the time, it for sure would have been.
Okay,
Doctor Strange.
fair enough. Cool. I'm satisfied. Go on.
What I have is Iron Man Legacy. Tony Stark has been Iron Man for a few years now. After going public with his identity as Iron Man, many companies are doing everything they can to replicate his work. Tony must protect what's his to protect the world. A lot of this was inspired by Iron Man 2
I knew it.
but I threw in a lot of stuff that I would like to see. The main thing is, since it's Tony Stark and he's so big brain, I wanted this to also be a war of information.
Ooh.
So keep that in mind as I go into it. I focused mostly on the story, but I wrote down the gameplay as well. It'll switch between a free roam and flight and fight thing throughout New York, and it'll have guided missions in specific buildings and specific boss fights. It'll be very reminiscent of the Spider-Man games, but you can also, as you go, do side missions and explore, collect schematics, or things that you could do to make schematics as Tony finds out new information, comes up with a suit in mind, to make new armor or upgrade your current armor, etc. So by the end of the game, hopefully you have a vast arsenal and you can customize the armors as you go. In the gameplay, there's standing, but you can also literally fly around New York City is the idea, which is a lot. But they did it with Spider-Man. They did something very similar, so they can do it with Spider-Man.
They did it for Lego Marvel Avengers.
Yeah. And for the style of how it would look, it'd be very similar with the Spider-Man games as well.
Mm-hmm.
I want the same people to do this, because
Insomniac.
Yeah. Like the specific people, like everyone. When you see those credits roll, it's just gonna be copy and paste for this game.
It's the next project after Wolverine.
Yeah.
So we can't get this one specific guy. He left to go do something else. Get him back now.
I don't care how much it costs. Yeah. I looked up Iron Man villains, and he doesn't have a lot of ones that are specific to him. His main one is the Mandarin, and the Mandarin didn't make sense for the storyline. So, this is what I got. We open with a cutscene of Justin Hammer and two mysterious, shadowy figures are planning on how to invade and get information of Stark Industries. Basically setting up its people are trying to replicate the Iron Man suit. Then they had a man who they had sent into Stark Industries but had failed his mission, like begging them for mercy, and one of the mysterious figures just shoots him dead. Pan over to Spy Master, and Justin Hammer and the other two mysterious figures basically say, hey, we need you to finish this job. You need to infiltrate Stark Industries and get this arc reactor tech and all this stuff for the suits. And then I wanted a cut of like Hammer saying something like, that man is going to put us all out of business. If we can't replicate his suit, we're finished. Even now, he could be creating something revolutionary. And then cut to, I like the idea if we cut to Iron Man flying, talking to Jarvis as he's holding a birthday cake. And he goes, I can't bake a cake. I can't make anything. Basically saying, I can't make this. Showing he's incredibly smart, but not in every way.
Mm-hmm.
As this happens, there's like an explosion going on, and Whiplash is creating a big mess of things. This is not the Funko? Yes. Like in Iron Man 2. This is the original Whiplash. I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Vonko.
Yes.
Ivan Vonko, whatever his name was.
Vonko, yeah.
Whoever Anthony Rourke played.
Yeah. He will be, a little spoiler, he will be Crimson Dynamo, who will show up later.
There we go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait,
This is the original Crimson
you're making the guy who's Whiplash Crimson Dynamo.
Originally, Ivan Vonko was Crimson Dynamo.
Huh.
Iron Man 2 changed it.
Okay.
I think they liked...
I didn't know that.
I looked it up. So, Whiplash is making a mess... I don't know anything about the original Whiplash. So he's making a mess out of a lab. Krais just does his little whip motion with his hand.
I don't know anything about Whiplash. That's all you need to know. That's all.
I don't know his motivations or anything is more what I meant. And essentially, Iron Man flies down there, and this fight is the tutorial of how, combat works in the game.
Yeah.
Then we go to Iron Man is getting back and has to repair his armor. This will be a tutorial on, you need to repair your armor. This is how also you do upgrades, etc. You'll go to Stark Industries, you'll tell Jarvis what you want, and he'll work on it. And they'll probably be in-game time that you can, skip ahead. You can just go work on a project for 3 hours, and then it'll be done. But you might, miss out on certain things. I haven't quite thought that part fully through, but the idea is more you can only use one armor at a time. So while this one's being upgraded or something, you use different ones. That's the thought behind that. I didn't put more thought into that. Because again, ideally you'll have 15 sets of armor by the end of this.
Yeah.
So yes, as the repairs are happening, Pepper comes in, Pepper Potts, and there's a flirty scene where they're talking about Stark Industries business, and it quickly turns into how they're going to have a birthday party for her at the office with a bunch of employees, and how he forgot the cake, air quotes, because it got destroyed by Whiplash. And then as this happens, Obadiah Stane comes in and interrupts this character dynamic and basically asks about... He's asking again to use the arc reactor for other things, trying to get more information about the Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Never would have seen that coming.
Yeah. It's only his entire character's plot line every single iteration. And Tony's like, no. Not gonna happen. That's mine. And then we'll jump ahead to Tony is working. This is something that would be more unique to this game. This level. There'll be a later one like it, but this is something that you wouldn't expect in this game, I don't think. Tony's working on something late that night, and he's surrounded by the mess the birthday party was in the office, and his suit is still being repaired. And he notices an employee he doesn't recognize is staying late and working, is starting to leave. But they're coming from an area they shouldn't have access to. So he investigates, and realizing that this is not one of his employees. This is Spy Master, but he doesn't realize it's Spy Master yet.
Okay.
So the player who's seen the cutscene knows, but Tony Stark just knows someone's stealing his stuff. And then through this level, Tony has to chase Spy Master through Stark Industries without his suit. But there are security measures in place in the building. So what you're doing is you're controlling Tony, chasing Spy Master, and you're giving commands to Jarvis. You know, seal these doors, and it'll give you like options of like seal the exit, and then Spy Master will like take a different route or different things. It will be very guided, very limited in what you can actually do, but it shows the world more than anything.
Cool.
It'll give you a few options, but I just think it'd be really cool.
No, yeah, you're going.
Yeah. And then right before Spy Master escapes, he drops something. It didn't matter what it was, but there's a clue left behind essentially. The next day, Tony's out on patrol as Jarvis is like doing deep scans of whatever was left behind. And during this, he gets a call from Nick Fury. He ignores it, and this is Avengers has not happened. This Avengers is not a thing as of yet. And he ignores it, but the Fury he like blocks the number from Fury in the typical Tony Stark like that. Jarvis block him. Rings again, it's Fury. And then after a bit, he picks up, and this is when it's announced the Crimson Dynamo has escaped with some mysterious help that's not quite clear. And he's somehow gotten his suit as well. And Tony already very upset because information about his suit was stolen, and all of a sudden there's another guy with a suit out there, immediately attacks, and after a brutal battle where he hurts Crimson Dynamo publicly, the people's view on him shakes, leaning more into what's his legacy. And this will be a constant thing Iron Man has to deal with throughout the story. Because fun fact, when you look up the top villains for Iron Man, every single list had Iron Man as number one. He's always his worst villain.
Yep.
Which is very true. And I wanted that to come out a little bit in the story.
One of his most famous storylines is literally about him dealing with his alcoholism.
Yeah, that was what I was...
Demon in the Bottle.
Yeah, that was what I was looking at. I was like...
totally forgot about that one.
That was brought up a lot.
God, we're nerds. Keep going.
So, cutscene of more evil planning. There will be a lot of these cutscenes, but in between each level, you can go and do this free roaming, getting these schematics, upgrading your armor. So yes, I'm just going over the story part. There is filler in between of activities you can do. So it's very fast in my pitch, but in the game it won't be.
Yeah.
So in this, Spy Master brings them the partial schematics. The shadowy figure that shot the man in the opening scene is revealed to be Stain, big shock. And he's saying that he can get the rest from Stark Industries. And that the three mysterious figures are going to start working on the suit, making their own suit. This is, I literally put free roam, battles, and such. Finally, Jarvis finds the link between the thing that was dropped and a company. Iron Man goes to investigate. He fights the goons there and is trying to search for this info with his new scan ability, which lets him in... Oh, what was it?
Is it like Sixth Sense where you can like look through walls?
It's kind of like in Age of Ultron at the beginning, he scans and he finds the secret door. It's like that.
Yeah.
Where it shows a little bit of what's more behind, what's in the building than before. While he's doing that, he meets Ghost. Original, not the version that they have in the MCU.
Yeah, that one I did know that Ghost was an original Iron Man villain.
Yeah.
That one I did not know.
Yeah. I didn't do too much research into Ghost, but this version is a guy with a suit that has those powers, and in his role is what I am going to tell you in the story. I didn't go more into it. I would develop the character more if I had time. He's meeting Ghost, who's already investigating the company. Ghost is also worried about these suits getting out into the public. And Iron Man and Ghost very briefly fight. It's like a little skirmish more than anything before Ghost escapes. Astonishing Iron Man that this phasing through walls thing can even happen. And then as Iron Man leaves, we cut to a label on a crate. AIM.
Yep.
AIM. Advanced Idea Mechanics.
There it is.
Play something that one character's gonna show up.
Oh yeah, duh. So we cut to Iron Man. He's in his lab, infuriating after finding out in the lab it's confirmed that this company, AIM, whoever they are, has stolen the schematics through Spy Master, and he's infuriated about it. Jarvis chips in. It's like, I have some good news for you. What could possibly be good? And because the scan feature was on when he met Ghost, they got a detailed scan of Ghost's armor. So Tony's starting making the suit with that ability.
Ooh, the stealth suit.
During this, Stain enters, and he tries to convince Tony that Pepper is the one who gave the information away, and he uses fake evidence and gives Tony fake evidence. Cut to evil planning. They have a prototype of the armor they've been working on that they're going to test, and the third shadowy figure is going to be there for the test, testing it out. MODOK.
There he is.
Yeah. No, I was like,
The big head himself.
yeah.
Head honcho.
Yeah. You actually get a laugh for that one.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah, the timing of your delivery was pretty good. After this cutscene, we'll immediately go to Tony is looking at the fake evidence, like in his hand, whatever it would be, a video or documents or whatever. An alert, basically alarm. Oh no, there's damage going on. You need to go save everyone. And Tony wants to get in his new suit to test it out, but it's not ready. So he goes in his current one, which is like still needs to be repaired. It's not fully operational. It's good enough to use, but not fully operational.
Mark 15, I guess.
I don't know. I'm not that much of a Iron Man.
God damn it.
I'll look it up later. Anyway, so he goes out using his current suit. And as he rushes to the scene, it's clearly a copy of his armor not made by him. It's very janky and it's loaded with a lot more weaponry. Not like War Machine, but like it's got Iron Man's got tank missile that pops out of his wrist. It's got a lot more of those things, and the things that like pop out keep going out, and the weapon's like partially revealed and it goes back in. It's not working, and it's firing without being told. It's really dangerous. So Iron Man starts fighting it, as well as AIM goons coming at and fighting. So he's fighting this janky, dangerous armor as well as the goons, but the armor's also damaging the goons. And once you deal enough damage, the suit's going to explode. And this will knock Iron Man back, and it'll be a quick cutscene of he'll look up into the smoke of the suit, and that's where MODOK will come from. This giant head. Oh, sorry. In my head, that's...
There's a way you can make it terrifying.
Oh,
you could.
Just a giant head with like laser cannons on his shoulders, with arms emerging from an explosion.
It really does come down to what his design is.
Yeah.
That's how you make him scary. Because MODOK's definitely a challenging one to do that.
Yeah.
I got it. We do Ant-Man Quantumania again.
How about let's not?
I'm thinking of a like more hardened version of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. In that animation, he's got like a bunch of dark.
Also, I kind of like the MODOK design that they did in the Avengers video game. I thought that one was pretty good. It didn't do well because they focused too much on live service, but MODOK was the main villain in it, and MODOK started as a human who slowly transformed. Which that little bit of his storyline I didn't care about, but his MODOK design was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah, more jagged and like
Yeah, it definitely can be improved upon, but
for sure.
That's probably the best MODOK live action, close to live action, realistic, most realistic MODOK design I've seen.
For sure, I agree. That looks pretty good. Krais' face. All right, continuing. So this is where we get our first like big boss fight, and it's against MODOK, and MODOK escapes this, but severely injured. Evil planning after some stuff. It's MODOK pulling out of the deal, and it just like, I'm done. I'm out. I got hurt. Do what you will.
I got an owie. See ya.
Okay, I just went from super grounded, realistic MODOK to Marvel Superhero Squad MODOK.
Well, that's my interpretation of what it'll probably be more like, this deal no longer benefits the advanced idea mechanics. We will pursue other ventures type of thing.
This is going to show you how much of a nerd I am. I went to the face and fur MODOK version.
The Superhero Squad one's even stillier.
I know, but...
I didn't remember MODOK being Infinite.
It was a Marvel special when they bought Marvel.
I know. I just don't remember MODOK.
It was MODOK, Whiplash, Venom, and Red Skull. Which I have no idea how they got away with, but they did, and it was cool.
I'll need to watch it again. That makes sense. It's Phineas and the Avengers. Anyway, but Stain and Hammer are going to continue working on this suit and making it, not a walking bomb. Tony's new suit is done, but right before, and it should be able to make him like phase through everything. But before he does, before he tests it, Ghost walks in and warns Iron Man, hey. Basically, it's revealed that this suit's really only going to work for Ghost because he has his own latent powers or something like that. I didn't want to go too into it because I was running out of time. And there's a tense moment where they might fight and you think a boss fight's coming, but instead, Iron Man has a moment where this will be a big like character arc part where he's going to think about what's best for not just him, and he listens to Ghost, and together they work on making new spy tech and weapons that'll help them stop Hammer and Stain. So this will be like, scanners that you can throw through a wall that'll give you better information, bombs that do the same, etc. And then we'll cut to as a scene where Tony is finishing this up and voices are heard in the next room, and he turns to Ghost, but Ghost isn't there anymore. So he goes into the next room, and Stain is trying to fire Pepper. But Tony, fed up with his personal guys, is like, no, Stain, I didn't believe you for a second. You're talking about Pepper Potts. She's not fired, you're fired, get out. And then we get another chase scene like the one we had with Spy Master. But this time, Iron Man has his suit. But Stain also has a suit. It's much simpler, and it was under his business suit. So it doesn't have a head cover, and it's just a pulser on his hands and feet. So it's a lot more janky. But yeah, I think it'd be another cool thing where this would be an easy one, but I still think it'd be cool. And in the end, Stain is arrested. This is the final bit. Hammer, now alone from the original trio, debuts his suits. He made one for Spy Master, for Whiplash, and Crimson Dynamo as well. For the final thing, Iron Man, you'll have unlocked all the upgrades and armor if you had been trying to do it, and if not, you can still roam around and get the upgrades you need.
Is it I'm assuming the final level is him fighting these robot versions of the previous bosses?
No, it's the bosses themselves.
Oh, even
Hammer
better.
Hammer broke him out of jail or what have you, and gave them suits that he designed.
Oh, I already know the perfect mission title for this.
What?
Iron Gauntlet.
Oh, I wish I thought that.
When it comes, just for the audience, when it comes to naming, Austin is truly the best. He all the episodes, Austin.
Yeah,
most of them.
Most
80 to 90%.
Oh, for sure.
Chris and I have a few sparks of.
I don't even fucking remember, dude. Keep going.
Yes, so basically what you can do is 3 things are going on. Spy Master, Whiplash, and Crimson Dynamo are all attacking different parts of the city. And you have to go and defeat each of them. It doesn't matter which order. You just have to defeat them. And the longer you take to defeat, in-game time you take to defeat each of the bosses, I'm not going to include time to get to them, but it'll keep track of how much time. And however... Okay, I'll be honest. This time thing I'm adding right now, but I had to rush this last little bit.
No, you're good.
But basically, the longer you take to
fight the other
guys, the stronger the boss fight, or the harder the boss fight will be. And and then Spy Master, Whiplash, and Crimson Dynamo are attacking his personal labs, all Stark Industries stuff. And during this, Ghost calls Iron Man in his suit. He's like, how are you able to access this? Worry about that later. Hammer is at X location and is going to blow up everything that's important to you. Da, 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 da. Big suit, boss fight, go. And literally, the last thing I could type was the timer went off. The timer went off and I had to write boss fight with Hammer.
I mean, that's about like really.
Yeah. So my idea was Hammer's in this massive Warmonger times 3 plus War Machine, this insane suit.
Basically a boss armor.
Yeah, boss armor, and then
War Machine, Ironmonger combo. I kind of like that actually.
Yeah,
shit.
Basically super teched out, and this one's actually really powerful. And at the you defeat Hammer, and that's the end of the game. I originally had an idea for a teaser for a second game, but I don't remember what it was. If I remember it during feedback, I will tell you, because I really liked the idea.
I have an idea. May I go first?
Yeah, go for it, Chris.
Yeah.
Bring in Ironmonger for real. What's his name?
Obadiah Stane.
Thank you, Obadiah. He teased him the entire time. I was expecting Ironmonger, and
that's
you kind of just kicked him out. And I was like, okay,
hey,
sequel.
You can still use it.
That was. Yeah.
There's that, or you could also bring back MODOK with a new scheme plan.
That was it. It was AIM, and then I was gonna have
Iron
Man.
I definitely would have made AIM a bigger presence in the
second for sure.
It would be an AIM story, and MODOK would actually use Ironmonger as a thing. Ironmonger would probably be the opening fight.
Okay,
I think I would prefer Ironmonger as the start instead of Whiplash. Whiplash is a little bit cooler and a little bit more different than Ironmonger would be. Yeah. So I think him being not the tutorial fight would be better.
Yeah.
So
And then in that game, you would get use of the Iron Legion. He would be able to use his suits.
Ooh.
That would be the new big thing.
Okay, anyways, back to my thoughts, because I would love to keep talking about this, but I'm fucking tired. Love the idea of crafting suits. One thing that I love about Insomniac Spider-Man, have either of you played that?
Not enough.
I think I remember like the first 2 hours of gameplay. I saw it.
I'll be totally honest, this sounds exactly like an Insomniac Iron Man, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I would play the fuck out of this game because of how good Insomniac is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
That's what I was going for.
But I also love how you said, "Oh, Iron Man doesn't have that many villains." You mentioned the majority
You
of
got
it.
like 7 of them.
I was expecting one more, and you didn't mention him, which is fine. Like
Which one were you?
the Living Laser.
Oh yeah, don't
I
do that.
saw him. I was like, I didn't have the time to look into it.
No, I only know him for. There was this old Iron Man game I used to play on the iPad where you fought various villains: MODOK, Living Laser, Ironmonger. Point is, I knew of him, so I was like,
Yeah, I was sitting here trying to think about who else they could use besides the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Just because like Mandarin's like a 3rd game into the trilogy.
"Oh, that would be cool."
I was like, it would have to be a completely different storyline for him to even mention it.
And also with your idea of like AIM being the focus on the second one,
Yeah.
that makes up for like not including him so much in this first one. When you
Yeah.
have them,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, they're gone. Oh.
That would be an
But-
interesting way
But
to.
then you like when we talked about like trying to each out your idea of what your setup was, that fixes it. It's like, oh, nope,
Yeah.
that works perfectly for me.
Yeah.
Another thing that Insomniac does that I just love in like the Spider-Man games is the suits. Like for me, I'm not a big Tony Stark fan. He's a great character. I love him. I'm a big Iron Man fan. I love like the machines looking at the like when I made the joke of Mark 15 earlier. I think it's Mark 15. It's Heartbreaker. It's like at a certain point Tony starts giving them nicknames and they're all like really cool. Like he's got one called Fiddler that is like this big like claw on one arm. And of course my favorite, Mark 38, I might be wrong, Igor, which is a big blue like construction one that is designed to like hold up structures.
Yep.
That makes an appearance in Iron Man 3.
So does Heartbreaker, but it's a different version.
Yeah, no, like there's like a lot of the Iron Man marks. Sure. Iron Man suits make an appearance in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
And I love them all. Bones. Mwah. Anyways, but I would love to see Insomniac's spin on a lot of those. Like the early like original Marvel comic version all the way to like here's the MCU version. Here is our concept on Iron Man 2099. I don't know if that's a real concept
It
yet.
probably is.
It
they
probably
have like
has to
They have
be.
like a whole 2099 series.
I know
so.
Deadpool and Spider-Man. That's it. I know those are the ones
Punisher.
that have 20. Oh, he has a 2099 version. What?
Iron Man 2099.
Oh, I was right. Yeah.
All the heroes have a 2099
Yeah.
version.
Point is, love the suits, love the characters. Like I said, wish Living Laser came in, but I understand why you didn't bring him in, so I'm okay.
Also, you had like the perfect amount of
You
villains for
you
it, too.
did.
Yeah.
You really did.
I struggled to get this much. I had to do a little more digging.
It was.
No, you did good.
I'm not saying like you should have added him. It's just like I just thought because I liked him. Well, point is, good job.
Yeah, really good overall thing. Like everything, like we talked about, great story, really good use of the villain characters. Basically, like I said, I couldn't think of any other villains besides the Mandarin, and you even mentioned him as like I thought of him but didn't want to use him.
Yeah, didn't make sense for the
Yeah,
story.
it was just like, those are good choices. The only things, like these are very nitpicks because I really think the story, and you did provide enough gameplay for it. I think I would have liked a little bit more game mechanics.
Yeah.
Like maybe some of the upgrades you can make to the armors, like what kind of abilities they can do. Stuff like that. That would have been nice to hear.
I have ideas. I just didn't have time to.
Yeah.
It was just stuff like that. And then the only other like medium thing, not too big but kind of big, is the absence of a certain character, and that character being Rhodey, aka War Machine.
He would be in the second one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think that's what I was. There's a few things I was like, this would work with the second one.
Yeah.
I can see him making a
Like,
cameo.
even though like,
Oh yeah, he would make a cameo.
or even
at
like
the
just
end.
have him be a side character in it throughout it, without him actually becoming War Machine. Like second one could be the first time he becomes War Machine.
Like I can
It's
see.
kind of like what they did with the Spider-Man PS4. It was just like we have Miles here, but he doesn't become
Yeah.
Miles Morales Spider-Man until the very end of the game.
I kind of like the idea of like Tony is like getting geared up to go deal with like all of these threats, and he's just get a phone call from Rhodey, and he answers it and goes, "I know." Click.
All right. Okay, I did think of the other thing I did think of. Your final mission, Iron Gauntlet, as we're going with. I think you should actually keep the timer for when he's going through the city.
Okay.
Because it also includes, like, first off, it helps build the pace, like, I need to get to these guys.
Yeah.
But also, it also encourages the player to, like, know the city, like, what's the fastest route to get there from what. I just think it'd help, like, build the tension to it.
Oh, yeah, it would.
I thought about that. The reason I didn't go with that is, one, because I wanted to give the players a last chance to be like, oh, shoot, this is the final battle. I need to prepare, and then give them the time to do that. Also, I was debating fast travel.
I think what you could do with that is there would be a cutscene before it, and like go into his start computer, like he'd have to suit up before he goes out. Before he does that, a little pop-up message will come out. It's like, this is your last chance to do it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of games, like you can't fast travel. You won't be able to fast travel, and all side content will be locked until you complete this mission.
That's kind of what they do in the first Spider-Man. Like if you guys don't know, you have to fight the Sinister Six, and so like there's a battle with Vulture and Electrode, and then the next one is Scorpion with Rhino, and then you got to battle Mr. Negative again, and then like you're getting ready to go fight Doc Ock, and then you have to go and like. You have to make a special suit to deal with him, and they're like, hey, just so you know, last mission of the game.
Yeah.
Won't be able to do anything until you complete the game.
Exactly.
And that's not even exclusive to that Spider-Man game. I just finished playing.
Oh yeah, no, that's
like they do it in a lot of different games, so it's just like pop
I
that
just
up.
hadn't thought of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just do that, and then that covers that whole issue.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing. If Insomniac does do this, it would set up one of the I think it would set up a great crossover of like Marvel games.
People are hoping there's a crossover with the Wolverine game, so
yeah, like
I'm thinking maybe like second game is like I'm thinking like a DLC.
Did you not know they're Insomniac's doing Wolverine?
No.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
announced it
until
like 3 years ago.
What?
Mm-hmm. They announced it way before Spider-Man 2 came out.
And fair enough.
And yeah, not to rain on your parade though.
Yeah.
There is an Iron Man game in the works.
Ah.
Not by Insomniac though. Okay. So yours is gonna stand out.
No, I still want Insomniac. No, screw them. Insomniac.
But yeah, the developer is like EA Montreal or something like that.
Oh, whoa, I know that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
But they're developing an Iron Man game. I think they're still developing it. There was a lot of superhero games that got canned pretty recently, so I might be wrong about that, but at least there was one in the works fairly recently. But I like your approach, and if the game was anything like that, it's a good game.
Yeah. The more we talk about it, I'm like, this is a good like starter game into the second one.
Oh,
for sure.
One.
Yeah, like it's the more we talk about it, the more I want to play it.
Yeah, we've talked about like any pitches you want to go back to. For the most part, I don't want to go back to my pitches. I've said this before. I didn't go into detail.
No.
I want to develop. I have a hard time going back to ideas that I didn't spend a ton of time on because it's like it didn't go anywhere. I don't want to try and basically work at something that's not going to go anywhere. This one I want to go back to because there is so much I want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you went back to it, you can go into the upgrades, the new stuff, side missions that you can do.
Side missions was something that'd be very prevalent in the game, but I didn't have time to.
Yeah, but like overall, really good pitch. I really enjoyed it.
For not officially part of the pitch, but some of the like upgrades I was thinking of is like you would add like a tank. You would only have a certain amount of weapons you could have on the armors, so you would customize which weapons you have, and the more you unlock. If you unlock enough information about tank missile, you get tank missile.
Okay.
Or flares, you have flares. Or it'd be ones that are better suited for one big boss, better suited for a bunch of little enemies.
So, okay, now I'm curious. So, let's say your standard suit, when as soon as you load up the game, you are given 5 slots to be able to add upgrades to.
Okay.
Do certain suits allow you to add more slots or lose slots depending on their base design? So if the suit is more meant to be stealth or speed design, would you lose slots to make up for it? Or if it's more
combat design would you gain slots?
My thoughts, as we were talking, I'm literally making this up as I talk, is there would be like 2 slots that would be always for additional weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one-use laser, bunch of little tiny guided missiles,
Yeah.
sonic pulse, stuff like that. There'd be 2 for that for every single suit, and then there'd be 1 for overall suit. Like it would be faster flight,
Okay. I see what you're saying.
stronger, like better armor, or like a shield armor.
Thicker plating.
Yeah, or thicker plating, or like a force field shield around
Yeah,
it.
force field generator.
Yeah, type of
Like
thing.
titanium alloy
Yeah.
skin.
And then there'd be
probably help like regenerate health and stuff.
yeah,
Or
that would
shield.
be another one.
A good defense mechanic.
Yeah.
Like stem packed lines interior.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as you get more schematics, you could kind of combine the upgrades as well.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the shield. You could have the shield.
Oh,
that,
like
oh,
shield
little-
1 and shield 1 combines to shield 2. I get it.
Maybe
Oh,
kind of.
I
Um,
really want to
I'm
play
just-
this game now.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, but then like the standard suit would have 2 additional like ones where you can just put other weapons in.
Yeah.
But they'd be specialized. But so if it's like Igor, they would be for like specific things that only Igor typically has. If it's a stealth suit, it would be like
I kind of like that actually.
if it's like a speed suit, it'd be like faster rockets or more special weaponry that'd be better for.
Or faster melee attacks.
Yeah, it'd be like arm jets that like shoot back towards the elbow for faster punches type of thing. For a more speed, like let's say the Mark III is designed specifically for speed.
Yeah.
You would get only those for those 2 slots.
Okay.
If it one's designed for like Hulkbuster, you would get ones that only make sense on Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
Like a big hammer arm type of thing.
Dude, I could just see you as soon as you finish the first Crimson Dynamo fight, you unlock the Hulkbuster armor. It's just like, oh, that one.
Oh, that's what you should fight in for the final battle, just the Hulkbuster.
Well, it could be a choice thing.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think you could.
I wouldn't make Hulkbuster the final suit, because I think like a pretty cool, unique simple Iron Man costume that has a lot of abilities that come from all these suits that you've unlocked. That would be the better ultimate suit. But
you would for the ultimate suit, you would choose which of any of your arsenal. It could be the very first one you got that you've just upgraded a ton.
Yeah.
But the idea is, it's this big armor, and if it's big enough, you might be able to like target certain weapons. If you have, like an auto target missile weapon, you can do that, and it'll automatically damage his weapons, and you can't use those weapons anymore. Or you can go full on bashing with the Hulkbuster armor. You could sneak around and hit weak points with the stealth one. Again, I'm making this up as I'm talking, but we talking now.
I like talking
This
expanding
is-
upon this is why I want to revisit pitches. I like talking.
we definitely need to. We need to talk more about revisited pitches.
Yes.
But
there's some good ones right there, but
But for now,
overall, Jack,
Pin.
really good pitch.
Good pitch.
I think this might be one of the proudest I've been of pitches.
Yeah. Oh, you should be. It's been a while
Well
since
deserved.
we've got a video game pitch, and like easily the best video game pitch I've heard, and I want to play it like now.
Yeah.
And like we've had a couple really good video game pitches where we've all had like, oh, I would play that.
Yeah.
This is one like I'm like, I want to play this right now.
I'd pay $80 to play.
This is
Yeah.
definitely an $80 superhero game.
Yeah.
Insert fry meme here. Take my money now.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
I think overall we had a really good episode here.
Yeah.
This
Great,
was
guys.
Really like high concept multi-character stuff, and then really good high concept single player, character focused driven story, and really good outcome. I definitely think this episode was worth the 1.5, 2 years in the making.
Yeah, it was.
For sure.
I think just good stuff all around, honestly.
Really good episode overall. So I guess with that note, we should probably find out what we're doing next time.
Yeah, it's been so long since we started this pitch that I forgot Jack is doing
Me
running.
too. I legit. You go. So now I was like, oh my gosh, wait, I have something to do.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's the power of the wheel.
Yeah.
The wheels of why Jack has probably the best pitch today.
Hey, oh.
When Jack is in charge, things go well. Because that is what I'm getting from this.
Yep, basically.
This is why I'm not.
No,
in
that's
charge.
utter crap. But
Alright, enough talk. Let's find out. What are we doing next time, Jack?
what's
gonna
to
be
be
like-
our least favorite one?
It's gonna be like
I'm
Scooby-Doo
super
movie.
excited. Oh, that would be pretty cool.
No. Create a not so wise men video game.
Yes, baby.
This is one of my favorite pitches on the wheel, guys.
This is what I was literally talking with someone about it today. I was just like, oh, I have a great idea. Can't tell the other two, but
I don't have I have a few like almost ideas, but oh my gosh. You need to give me the wheel more often.
okay, I'm excited for next episode.
Alright, we've had the listeners here walking up.
Dear Lord, so sorry, guys.
So I don't know what I don't apologize for. This was an awesome.
I'm not apologizing for the content. They got stuff to do. They probably got kids to go pick up.
And they're probably listening to this while they're doing that.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
But yeah.
You could pause it and come back.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. We had a great time with this one, and we hope you guys had a great time listening to it. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and yeah, just be on the lookout for more of our content.
Excelsior!
What?
Stan Lee!
Oh.
Why do I try?
Jack does not pick up on things, Jack.
Thanks for listening to the Three Not So Wise Men. Krais Baker, Jack Green, and Austin Michaelis. Shout out to Louis Trotter for the awesome theme music. Have a good one, y'all.